Hey guys, this is gonna be a quick update of the build that I previously showed on my last video. There has been like some small changes to some parts of the year and some of my jewels. First, we pretty much dropped our defenses that we have to get more damage so we can kill uh, trash mobs quickly on maps and for some movement speed. So the first thing that we did was drop the previous body armor that we had and get this one that has the implicit that gives increased movement speed. I screw a little bit of my resistances, so that's why there's a maximum fire resistant soul core there. But as soon as I get like a better infernal clasp or another shield that is hybrid and has maximum fire resistance and fit the stats that I need, I'm going to drop these points, these maximum fire resistance soul cores. Then we pretty much corrupt every single part of our gear except for our jewelry. I've been trying to get something similar to these ones that I have, but I haven't been able to find anything that resembles them. So break breaking these rings or the amulet, it's going to pretty much kill all the setup that I have here because it's running pretty tight. So that's why I haven't corrupted them. But I corrupted the weapon and it got this cold damage implicit. It's basically the same, just a little bit more damage, and now I can freeze the enemies. I think it's the same globes. I just changed the soul course. I put rage on hit because now I don't have it on my jewels. Yeah, on my rules I don't have them. And I bought another pair of boots that has fire resistance, a little bit more of chaos resistant strength. And why the maximum life is so low is because I was trying to get like one that has two sockets, but there's none of on trade that fit the criteria that I was looking for. So I found this pair that was like for 2 or 3 divines, and I think it was worth it to try to corrupt him to get the additional socket. So that's what I did, and luckily for me, I got the extra socket, and I just feed the 2 soul cores that gives increased presence area of effect. This pretty much negates the downside of the deepest tower. Uh, so we are able to run this on maps pretty comfortable and getting all most of the upside of the damage boost that we get. So that's pretty much it for the year. As you can see, we are as fast as a warrior can get, I think. Yeah, pretty much it, as fast as the warrior can get. And our stats are pretty much okay, I would say. 4k life, 230 energy shield. The mana is pretty important because with such high levels of skills, if you are not using blood magic, you are gonna run out of mana pretty quickly. Some spirit because I wanted to fit like most of the auras that I need. And we are block cap. The armor doesn't really matter. We don't really care that much. I think it's pretty much the same as previous season. We are pretty much res cap on all our elemental resistances, and we are missing a little bit on chaos resistance. Yep, that's pretty much it for all the stats. On our tree, we just got this prism of belief. I have another one that gives me 3 levels to Sandra skills. That one was a little bit expensive. Well, that one was quite expensive. It was like 29 divines, but this one that gives me stampede skills was like 3 or no, it was like 5 or 6. So that's reasonable, I think, for the damage that you get. Then I got this time loss ruby that increases the effect of the small passive skills, and in this big area that I have a lot of points allocated, it gives like quite a lot, I would say. And I'm still looking for the one that increases the effect of notable skills. That one will be better, but I'm looking for one that has the extra stat that works for my build. Uh, the megalomaniac that I have is the same, I think. It's the one that gives me giant slayer, that is here, and internal bleeding, that is over here. And yeah, pretty much it. The tree is the same, except from the fact that I got to level 97 and I allocate this extra attack speed point, and the fact that I got this time loss ruby and the prism of belief. Um, why why did I update the build? Was pretty much because previously stated on the video that I on the first video that I did on this build, that you will not be able to run simulacrum on this one, and that was far from the truth. I managed to give me a sec. I managed to get all my simulacrum points, uh, like yesterday, or yeah, yesterday I managed to get like all my simulacrum points. It wasn't like easy. It wasn't that easy, but I will say that we we were able to push through it. The thing that we change is that we are not going to be able to weapon swap on simulacrum, because Sander takes a lot of time to cast, and you are going to get pretty much overwhelmed with all the trash monsters that are there, and you're gonna obviously get a stun interrupted every time that you are going to try to cast it. So that's a no. So we have to try to make as much damage as we can with our first weapon set. So we get totems. Well, just one totem that has Rolling Slam with Brutality, Cooling Strike, Heft, and Ancestral Energy. This helps trim the wave on every single wave that we did, even on wave 15. And yeah, that helps a lot with the simulacrum and our stampede. I because previous season I was doing the Herald of Ice thing. I really thought that I wasn't going to be able to proc like the Herald of Thunder with it, because enemies on simulacrum got increased elemental threshold, but that wasn't true. You are going to shock the enemies because we have tier 1 lightning damage, and we got lightning infusion plus innervate, so you are going to be able to shock the enemies on the simulacrum. So you are going to proc the Herald of Thunder, and you're going to get the increased damage from innervate, so that helps a lot. First waves are piece of cake. The last ones are where the thing gets a lot harder, because the enemies get tankier, because you get more delirious, and for some reason they stun lock you like pretty much the moment they touched you. So you have to be able to kill them as fast as you can, or be able to tank most of their hits. With Stampede, I killed most of them. Ancestral warrior totem killed the things that stay there with a little bit of health. And if I get a little bit overwhelmed, I'm always lip slamming because you cannot get stunned in the middle of the lip slam, so that helps a lot. And when I land, I always try to place one or two air shatters and then explode them with Infernal Cry or Seismic Cry. That helps a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If I lose life, I'll just use my Oroth Resolve Flask. It heals. It gets our life back to 100. So and if we overhealed, it gives us ward. So yeah, that's a huge defense layer there too. And yep, that is the way that we managed to run simulacrums on this build. This is not going to be like a lightning spear kind of easy, or twisters kind of easy, but if you are running a warrior and you are running something similar, you are going to be able to at least try to run the simulacrums. So now I can say that I pretty much beat every single part of the game with this build. I think it managed to accomplish the purpose that I was trying to do. And if you guys have any question, just leave it in the comments. I will be trying to respond to it. And if you need the POV, I will be leaving the link on the comments too. Thank you guys.